What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel as you come in and check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak on LeBron James. I mean, not LeBron James, Floyd Mayweather, right? And this recent talk about Floyd Mayweather going broke. And I thought they had an interesting conversation. Jason Whitlock and his panel, they spoke about it. Also, I think this video right here has some commentary from Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco, right, about Floyd Mayweather. But I can't imagine how somebody, and most people can't really relate to it, but how somebody could have over $1 billion and then wind up going broke, right? And so with that being said, I'm gonna play the audio from this and come back and give my input of what I think happened with Floyd and his going for broke.
Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco suggested on their podcast that Floyd Mayweather is talking about coming back, unretiring.
He is
because he's broke.
Yeah.
Let's play the clip here of Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco.
There are only 3 fights that Floyd can have that can command and get the kind of money he's looking to recoup for money that may have been lost, or money that may have been stolen, or money he may have spent, to date. For one, a rematch with Canelo. That's one fight.
Canelo too big.
Listen to me, Unc. We talk about making that money. He ain't gonna have no choice. Number 2, fighting Pacquiao again. Right? Okay. That's it. Yeah. And the only other fight that can get him the kind of money and the kind of payday he might need if you're coming out of retirement and putting your record in jeopardy, and that's Bud.
Bud hurt him, Ocho. Bud is still at the top, and Bud is the pound for pound best fighter in the world.
But see, like Ocho said, he may not have a choice. If it's motivated by money, then and if he in debt like that, and that payday from fighting Bud would be, it'll be massive, right? I wouldn't be interested in seeing Floyd fight Pacquiao. And I think because he passed his prime, fighting Canelo would be dangerous too. But like Ocho is saying, that he might not have a choice because of his financial situation.
And you talking about coming after 8-year layoff, you can come and fight him?
Do you understand why he's coming out of retirement? Are we missing the point here?
Yeah, we understand.
Come on, man.
No, Ocho. I hope that's not true. I hope Ocho, I hope he has an itch. Ocho, I can hope. I hope he has an itch to scratch. And he needs to scratch that itch. I'm hoping that's the case, Ocho. I'm hoping. I can hope. Let me hope, Ocho. I don't want Ocho. I don't want to be cynical. I don't want to be skeptical. I want to believe that the man has an itch that he wants to scratch, and it only can be scratched getting back into the ring. I don't want to think that financially his situation is unstable.
So even Shannon Sharp, man, is probably finding it hard to believe that Floyd Mayweather could have blew all of that money, and I think somebody on this panel is going to say something about Floyd Mayweather is him. Most of his, he do a lot of flexing online and and social media with money and stuff, but he don't really show himself making money. He show himself more so spending money than anything, right? And so I think that's part of the issue with Floyd too. So let me get back to what's being said here, though.
Guy's got a gambling problem. Of course, his situation's unstable. I mean, this is about as predictable as anything I could imagine. Steve, how old is Floyd at this point?
47, and he has not had a real fight since 2015 when he beat Berto. Then he had the foray against Conor McGregor 2017, and he's done some exhibitions. And I don't know if you know this, Jason, but he actually made an official announcement with the press release. I'm unretiring. Get this. After my exhibition with Mike Tyson in April.
I heard this. Yeah.
So that's in the Congo, Rumble in the Jungle Part 2. But yeah, it's for the money. If you just Google Floyd's name and the IRS. All the news is out there. He owes jewelers money. There's back paid rent for real estate in New York. It's clear that he is now part of the no money team, which is very ironic. And why is he doing this? Well, there's a great line, one of the greatest lines I've ever seen in any movie. Go back to the original Rocky. Rocky and Adrian are going on their first date inside the ice rink, and she asks him, well, why do you fight? And Rocky says, because I can't sing or dance. He can't sing or dance.
I can't imagine making as much money as Floyd Mayweather did and being broke at 47 what? And having to come back and fight. I can't. The guy's, he really? Had to have made $500 million.
No, but wait a minute. Did we forget the words of the philosopher Pat Ewing? We make a lot of money, but we spend a lot of money. Dre, go ahead.
So I think that's funny what Steve Kim said. We make a lot of money, but we spend a lot of money. And it's true. But also think about, like, does this, when you have somebody of Floyd Mayweather's stature and he start fighting more so for exhibitions, I think it don't help the sport. In my opinion, I think, like who Mike Tyson fought, some guy, Jake Paul or one of those guys he fought. And then Jake Paul fought the other boxer. And those kind of fights, those exhibition fights, because it don't seem like they legit. And it makes it seem like the sport is rigged, right? So I just don't think it's good for the sport. That's why I think a fight between Mike Tyson and Floyd probably wouldn't. Some people, people want to see Mike Tyson, and then Floyd have his fan base, so maybe it'll get some interest. But if you're a real boxing fan, that's not a real fight. So, but let's hear what the rest of these guys had to say.
So it's we know what he made off the amounts that was announced, but what we don't know is what he did with his money, how liquid it is, how much assets he remains having, and what are his liabilities. We don't know. The challenge for Floyd, and it's a challenge with a lot of young Black men who become famous, is that he made a brand out of, let me show you what I have. I've made this much money. Let me take another picture with stacks of money. Let me tell you, I've made great investments, so I'm good with money. He's been saying this for years. He built his brand off of it, literally changed from pretty boy to money. And if he ends up having money problems, he can't keep up that image, but he has to do something to go get the money. And in the ring, I love watching Floyd. It would be sad to watch him fight somebody like Terrence Crawford and get destroyed and destroy the image that we have of Floyd. The challenge with him, again, is he decided to build his brand around, I have a bunch of money. And this looks like what Ocho Cinco was referring to. It looks like he's doing it for the money. I hope, just like Shannon Sharp said, I hope he's doing it just because he just wants to fight and he doesn't have anything better to do. It doesn't look like that based on the way that he has branded himself over the last 20 years. But I guess maybe we'll find out. Maybe we won't. But that article that you were referring to, Steve, I can't remember which publication put it out there, but they laid out a lot of the stuff that he allegedly is in trouble with financially.
And guys, Manny Pacquiao is doing his own exhibition April 18th against Ruslan Provodnikov. I think it's a natural that those two fight. Mayweather Pacquiao, you can call it go for broke. It'll sell like hotcakes.
I don't understand, Scap. Why not just start a podcast? Isn't this what all the former NFL and basketball players do? Why not?
Can't make $200 million in one night with a podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, look, are you serious? Mayweather Pacquiao? We could call it AARP is what we could call it. That who wants to watch that? Look, guys.
I know that I definitely wouldn't want to see Mayweather Pacquiao, man. But yeah, I just think that. And for him to fight Crawford at this point in his career, when like the guy said, when Crawford is at the top of his game, Floyd is, almost 50 years old, that would be real ugly. That would be real ugly.
I took the liberty of doing a cursory Google search while you guys were talking. Estimates are 1.1 to 1.52 bill. That's billion with a B that Floyd Mayweather has made throughout his career from like purses that he's taken in from fights. $1 billion and he's 47 years old and he's completely broke. He's won the prize. This is, of all the idiots that we've seen out there, celebrities, actors, entertainers that have lost a lot of money, this guy would take the cake. To blow a bill before he even hits 50 is unimaginable. It actually is sad. It's a cautionary tale. We have seen it time and time again. But who actually wants to watch this guy fight? Like, people that love him. If he comes out and what if he loses and looks terrible and gets destroyed? Well, look, if you love him or hate him, you can say, well, he's nearly 50 years old. This doesn't prove anything. Like, he's not in his prime anymore. You obviously can't talk junk on a guy for losing or getting beat by like a prime fighter if he's nearly 50 years old or 47 or whatever. I just don't understand. Like, what's the story angle here? Like, what's compelling about watching a near 50-year-old guy box? I don't get it.
So look, I think a storyline could be, well, what they definitely going to try to push is he still has the talent to beat these younger guys. They're gonna try to sell it to the public like that. When most people who watch boxing and know more about boxing than than I know I do, they're gonna probably try to sell it and say that Floyd master his craft and can beat these younger guys, can still compete with these younger guys. Then they're gonna get in there with somebody like Bud and get and just get destroyed, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy to see somebody go through that amount of money. I knew it was around $1 billion that he potentially lost. Jason Whitlock earlier in this said that it was $500 million, but I knew it probably was like about $1 billion, man. That is just that is a cautionary tale. That's crazy. I'm not really a big boxing fan, so I wouldn't, I'm not gonna pay to watch this guy Floyd Mayweather fight because I don't follow boxing like that. But it's sad for somebody, like you make $1 billion, man, and you 50 years old, close to 50, you should be somewhere on a beach somewhere just relaxing, or on a cruise ship just relaxing, but not trying to get in shape for your next fight so you can pay off some of your debts. That's just crazy. So yeah, that's my take on it. It's cautionary tale, like Scap said. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to leave a comment, and I'll check you all out in the next video. Peace.